Tony DeMonte. I'm the administrator for Technology, Information, and Safety at District 39.
I am Kathy Kajigian, the Director of Communications and Strategic Planning for Glenview School District 34.
Eric Etherton. I am the Assistant Principal for Student Services at Clunbrook North High School.
There have been so many stresses on our community. Our students have been thrown into school that doesn't look like school for them. They've been separated from their friends, or when they're together with their friends, they can't interact in the same way.
Students had to learn a whole new way to do school and work independently.
So that fear of COVID and potentially becoming sick and how that could affect another family member. There's a burden and a weight I think a lot of people carry with them that they don't want to bring something back into their house.
Parents are stressed because their children are stressed. Their routines, their work have been thrown upside down.
Parents had to suddenly figure out childcare.
Then you add in financial pressures that some of our families have experienced, unfortunately, loss of jobs, loss of businesses just because of the pandemic shutting things down. And then I think some parents have been conflicted where some have had a fear about sending their teenager into the school for in-person learning. Will it be okay? Will it be safe?
And teachers are teaching in an environment that is completely new to them. They've had to pivot and learn new skills in short order, and our teachers have done an amazing job of that. But the stresses of that, and to feel so responsible for their students, for the families in our community, in addition to addressing their own stresses in their families and in their households, it's just piled on.
There were all new stressors, such as how to stay physically safe with all the numerous mitigation strategies that had to be followed.
Trying to take care of themselves, trying to take care of their families, but also wanting to really do an excellent job academically, providing what the students need. So it's probably been, for sure, one of the most challenging years I've faced in education.
So District 34 and Family Service Center have been partners for almost 3 years now in our parent education programming, and that has been such a valuable resource to the community since its inception. But in particular, this past year, FSC staff reach out to our community quickly in a way that was really needed.
We knew our parents would need additional social and emotional support with their children. It made sense to partner with a strong and local social service agency that had access to clinicians that felt comfortable presenting at our parents' education events. If parents needed support beyond what the parent event could provide, they could connect with Family Service Center outside of District 39 to continue the conversation.
We also partnered with Family Service Center to provide resources for staff, and we had presentations and individual check-in sessions with staff who felt they needed it, and our staff really felt cared for.
It was nice that we could tailor the parent events to what our parents' needs were. So in individualization, working with Robin and Beth and Renee to figure out what those topics would be, the best format, even the days and times were all individualized for the needs of our parents. We found that many parents came for multiple events and felt it was a supportive community.
There's been a whole host of things that I think have been created through the partnership with Family Services to support not only our students, our staff members, and our parents, which I think is phenomenal. And I think the reason why we were able to do that so quickly when everything evolved in the spring was because we had this working relationship with them over the years. And it was easy just to engage in these conversations and really try to struggle with where are we at and what can we do for our community.
I think that the programming that FSC provides really, whether people attend or not, the information that they provide reaches out into the community. It just spreads. Those who are in the sessions talk about it. They use the strategies that they learn in those sessions, and others see those.
We recorded our presentations, and no, some parents shared with their spouses or with friends and families that may have benefited from it. The information went further than just who attended that evening.
We have had phone calls from some families saying, I didn't attend that webinar, but I heard from my friend who did that maybe I should call you because I'm concerned about my son or daughter. That outreach and that just natural conversation that evolves and happens, that I would say is for sure a ripple effect, because we've heard that from families. Mostly with Cody Schraft and Renee Dominguez, especially those two. They're just really skilled. They're really good at what they do, and able to call and have a response that day from one of them, it's just phenomenal. So we can link our families in the moment, actually within an hour or two, to get them to a therapist, at some point that day. So that doesn't happen in many places. So, I'm grateful for that.
An advantage is knowing that we can refer our students and families when there are needs that we can't provide them. We know that they'll be well taken care of. District and school supports are mainly for the school setting, and sometimes needs go beyond.
I can't thank Family Service Center enough. They're very dedicated professionals. They care about people. They genuinely listen to kind of where we're at as a school, or with the specific student, or with the needs of our community, and they respond. They don't hesitate. They figure out how to partner with us. They want to do what's best for each person. So for that, again, I'm grateful. It goes back to one of my previous responses about how fortunate are we to work and live in communities that have such great resources, and Family Service Center is right in the middle of that, doing great work for our families.
The FSC team has been our foundation of support throughout the pandemic, and we know that going forward, that support is going to reap rewards for generations. Our students feel it, our families feel it, and I personally feel it, and I'm so thankful for FSC.